Cyndi. Today I am bringing you the conclusion of the 7-part series on Harry Potter. This is book 7. It is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling, and this was published in 2007 by Scholastic Publishing. Um, I'm kind of changing the way that I talk about the plot points and pinch points, only because now that we've gotten so far into the overarching story, as it turns out, not all of the points are landing where I expected them, if that makes sense. It's easier at this point for me to refer to most of them as complications, which pinch points are, and turning points. Um, so let's dive in. The book opens as Yaxley and Snape arrive at the home of the Malfoys. Snape reveals the Order of the Phoenix's plan to move Harry to a safe house. They discuss plans to take down the Ministry for Magic. Voldemort makes it plain to everyone in attendance that he and he alone is to be the one to take the life of Harry Potter. It is destiny. It is fate. He is interrupted by the cries of the prisoner in the next room, whom the movie calls aghast. Way to make the word choice sound more sinister. Voldemort tells Lucius Malfoy that he wants to use his wand, that is Lucius' wand, to do the deed, since dueling with his own wand would certainly result in a draw because of the feather each being somewhat of brothers. The wands uh, carry the same feather. But the fact is, wands are loyal to their owners. They know who their master is, and it is unlikely that the Dark Lord expected to succeed with Lucius' wand, but instead was lording it over Lucius and the Malfoy family. The inciting incident and first plot points. Mad Eye engineers a plan to mask Harry's trace because he's been underage. So if they're going to move him before he comes of age, they have to smuggle him into the burrow. So their plan is to mask the trace by camouflaging everyone uh, through the use of the Polyjuice Potion. And then they're all going to give the burrow the home of the Weasleys for the marriage of Bill Weasley to Fleur Delacour. Along the way, everyone is betrayed and attacked by the Death Reapers, and Mad-Eye is killed, which reintroduces and strongly emphasizes the conflict of the entire novel series. At the wedding, and this is still relating to the first plot point, and actually it's the end of the first act. So, um, at the wedding, we learn that the Death Eaters have taken control of the Ministry for Magic. The Death Eaters interrupt the wedding, and everyone scatters. Harry, Hermione, and Ron take refuge in the home of Sirius, which is also the home of the Order of the Phoenix. They have now left their new normal world of peace and safety, relatively speaking, at home and at school, and now enter the adventure world of the central conflict. They are on their own and trying to track down and destroy the Horcruxes. This must be accomplished if Voldemort is to be destroyed, defeated. Okay, so complication. Harry and Ron and Hermione must go to the Minister for Magic to take the Horcrux from Dumbledore's Umbridge, who, for those of you who have read the series, will remember that she was a challenging adversary in Order of the Phoenix. She's also been their professor for a time, thankfully a short time. She was headmaster at the school. Quite formidable. Turning point. Hermione has a revelation that the sword of Gryffindor will destroy the Horcruxes. At the same time, we have a little bit of a complication with um, Ron because he is apparently getting ill from being exposed to the Horcruxes that they have uh, acquired. And he eventually gets upset with everybody, and his emotions are get the better of him, and he leaves for a while. And so Harry and Hermione travel together without Ron to Harry's birthplace at Godric's Hollow, and they find a neat old woman who they believe is Bathilda Bagshot, who would be an historian and would know something about the history of things like Godric's Hollow, Voldemort, of course, Dumbledore. But it turns out that she is actually Nagini in disguise. So she is the snake. They fight the snake, but Harry's wand is destroyed. Turning point. Ron returns, saves Harry from drowning. Harry had gone to recover the sword of Gryffindor, which he now has the help of Ron to acquire. It is now used to destroy the Horcrux, and the three of them go on to Luna Lovegood's home in search of answers about what these uh, deathly Hallows symbols are. And they learn that Voldemort is seeking the most powerful wand of all. Not only is he trying to become the possessor of this powerful wand, but he wants to become the most powerful wizard ever. They are ultimately betrayed by Mr. Lovegood, captured by Voldemort's snatchers, taken to the Malfoy mansion, where Bellatrix tortures Hermione for information. They are rescued by Dobby the house elf, and they escape. But Dobby is fatally wounded by Bellatrix. Dobby then dies at the midpoint, for what I'm assuming is the midpoint, and they bury him. Meanwhile, Voldemort desecrates the tomb of Albus Dumbledore and gains the Elder Wand he seeks. The midpoint of the story actually occurs about 100 pages past where I was expecting to find it. And then again, it might actually be the end of Act 2. I'm really not 100% sure. The structure is honestly a little less clear, as I said before, than in some of the earlier books. It's okay because we still have this and it does still matter. Uh, but if it's either the midpoint, which it was in the movie, it was absolutely the midpoint because it was almost the last scene. So it doesn't really have to be the midpoint to the story, but it makes much more sense. Actually, it makes more sense if it's um, the end of Act Two. Yeah, I think that's a good possibility. But you have to remember that a well-written novel will have its plot points organic to the flow of the story's progression, not necessarily to the formula of plot points have to occur at 20% and 30% and 60%, and the climax has to be at 91%. It doesn't have to necessarily be that way so long as the points are there approximately. Alright, next turning point. They return to Hogwarts and Snape is removed, and all those who are loyal to the school prepare for battle to save their precious school. And so now we're moving into the third act. Complication. Snape is killed, and Harry sees uh, the memories that Snape has, and finally learns that Snape did not just set out to murder Dumbledore, and in fact, he's been protecting him. He learns too that Harry himself is a Horcrux and must die if Voldemort is to be rendered mortal, along with Nagini, who is the last of the Horcruxes. Uh, Turning point. Harry confronts and allows Voldemort to actually kill him, and finds Dumbledore in the dream space at the train station. So what he thinks is dream is his encounter with Dumbledore, who, if you remember, has already he died last novel. So he's given the choice now to use the resurrection stone to return to life so he can finish the battle. This is what he does. So the climactic moment is when Voldemort brings Harry's body back triumphantly to Hogwarts. To brag and thinks he's somebody. And I love Neville's response to him. It is a characteristic moment for Neville Longbottom, who isn't going to take it anymore. And I love that. And you gotta love a story that has the minor characters or the support characters stepping up before the end. It's like all of the characters come to life in big ways. But Harry at this point returns to life, engages with Voldemort, and grabs him and he says, let's finish this as we started, Tom, together. Epic. The climactic moment is when Voldemort's spell rebounds because the Elder Wand recognizes Harry as its master, and instead, Voldemort is destroyed. Resolution. It's 19 years later. Harry and the others are sending their own children away to a restored Hogwarts. Not bad. To happily ever after if ever I saw one. I enjoyed this so much. Thank you for sharing that. with me. Let me share that with you. And now that this is concluded, I'm going to be for the summer going into uh, a couple of other things. Uh, I know I've mentioned that before, but I do have plans to talk about some of our local authors, and by uh, local, I really mean local. I mean very local to this region, this NaNoWriMo region. None of them have participated, but that doesn't matter. They're locals. They are local to the area where we are, and I'm very excited about that. So until next time, have a good summer.